So we'll move on to how do we challenge poor behaviour within the classroom setting? Because everything we've talked about before, there will still be incidents of poor behaviour, but it's how we challenge it and how we remove the escalation and how we slowly reduce that over the weeks as your students realise that you are a calm, respectful teacher and individual. And more important is that you deal with them all consistently. No favourites. Favourites is a bad word in school. No favourites. You may have favourites, we all have favourites, but you never ever let that show. The first time you do that, you have opened up a massive chink in your armour. And the students are good at getting into chinks in armour. They're better than we are, really. They're quick, they're switched on to this. So having said that, you've got your student charter now. You've got the students will know the school expectations. They'll challenge you if you don't. So another tip I'd just like to say first, I know I'm digressing a little bit from your classroom, but when you go to a new school, ensure you know the school expectations, ensure that you know how the school applies them, what the process is for applying them. All schools are slightly different, so it's difficult for me to say what it is. They all have a common theme. Most schools have either 1 warning, 2 warnings or 3 warnings, or call it strikes, whatever. But they might vary slightly. You must find out how to do that, because if you do not follow the system, your students will again find it's a weakness, they'll play you up and they'll just scream to the head teacher, and the relationship you're trying to build up with them is seriously compromised. In the classroom setting, so we've got this now, do we need to challenge low-level poor behaviour every time it takes place? Do we need to actually go over to the student and let everybody else in the class watch and put that student as the centre of attention, which they either may like and raise to that, or they might actually get angry for another reason because they actually don't like being the centre of attention. So it could be again that Paul is not paying attention, he's flipped a bit of rubber across the classroom, you've seen it, he's caught your eye, he knows you've seen it, you look at him and he changes his behaviour because he knows he's been caught. Do we need then to have to go over and actually deal with that then and there? Well, my answer to you would be no. If you get right through your class and he has done nothing else wrong, I would actually go as far at the end of the lesson to talk to him and actually thank him for changing his behaviour. But I would talk to him because you need to let him know that you are not going to let anything go without it being dealt with. But you've dealt with it in that manner. That's fine. A thank you.